like that's not a recent quote. But they're gonna keep citing that quote. What is this? Where's this article from? Oh, you wrote this. Wait, did you write this?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, well, you've misquoted him. That quote was from years ago. Put Trump in a bullseye. That was said almost immediately after the debate. Look, everybody's going to latch on to the word bullseye just because Trump got shot at, but this is grasping at straws. He clearly didn't mean go shoot Trump. It's kind of like saying keep your eye on the ball. When someone says keep your eye on the ball and you're not playing a sport, you still understood what they meant, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not actually going to throw a ball at you. Colton Garcia News Network?
Don't even look at the name.
No, of course I'm going to look at the name. It's right up top. It's the thing that shows up. What's up, Colton?
Okay. Look at that article I just sent in your Discord. And you tell me your thoughts on that. Wait, hold on. I gotta make sure it's the right one. Look at that one. I know that's... Yeah, that's the right one. Look at that article.
Where'd you send it? Where'd you put it?
On your Discord. It's the thing... I might have to resend it. Hold on.
I mean, I got a lot of channels in it.
You know, it's the one on top. Ooh. Hold on.
I'm in the
Yeah,
general chat.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. What we got here? Dark day for democracy. Biden's words, House Democrats' actions. In a deeply unsettling turn of events, a series of actions and statements by prominent political figures have raised serious concerns about the state of democracy and the injustice in the United States. Biden's alarming statement at a recent donor event. President Joe Biden made a shocking statement telling donors, time to put Trump in a... That's...
Hold on.
I know what he's referencing. That's not... This is being misquoted. A lot of things you link me. Hold on, let me click on the actual... Time to put Trump in a bullseye. So that quote was not from a recent donor event. That quote was from years ago. When he was... I think it might have been during the last election, or when he was ramping up to start this. Yeah, like that's not a recent quote. But they're gonna keep citing that quote. What is this? Where's this article from? Oh, you wrote this. Wait, did you write this?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, you've misquoted him. That quote was from years ago.
Well, I got recent things, and
Okay, Colton. When you're
when
you're resent things, don't just... It is a fool who will repost anything that they're sent.
Well, so it kind of made sense at the time because of what happened.
Do you know what also makes sense? Taking 2 seconds to Google something before you write an article about it. That also makes sense.
How many views did I got? On X, okay, not a lot. Okay, I also sent you an article right below it after you're done reading that one. Wait, hold on, I gotta make sure the one I sent you is good.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a minute, you wrote this.
Yeah.
Yeah, where was that quote from? Hold on. Because, look, all I gotta do is just to show you. Alright, all I gotta do is copy and paste. It's time to put... You know what? I'll just copy and hit right click, go to Google.
I knew you were gonna figure
Alright, there we go. We'll go
Google
to...
out. Google
and
out.
it goes straight to Politico. We're done talking about the debate. Where's the part about the bullseye? There we go. So the entire quote is, I have one job, and that's to beat Donald Trump. I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to do just that. So we're done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye. That was said almost immediately after the debate. Look, everybody's going to latch on to the word bullseye just because Trump got shot at, but this is grasping at straws. He clearly didn't mean go shoot Trump. That's not what that meant.
And what did he mean?
It's a common phrase for. It's kind of like saying keep your eye on the ball. When someone says keep your eye on the ball, and you're not playing a sport, you still understood what they meant, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not actually going to throw a ball at you. When someone says release the hounds or let loose the dogs of war, they're not actually sending dogs after you. It's a common phrase. He just meant keep your eye on the prize. Focus on the task at hand. The debate is not the focus. Beating Trump is the focus. That's what he meant. He meant I'm gonna beat him. I'm focused on winning the election. That's what that meant. And it's very clear from context. I love how no one uses context anymore fucking ever. It's clear from context that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Alright, what we got here?
So the article I sent you right here, so I don't have to keep sending you articles. I just sent you the link to all of them.
Colton Garcia News Network?
Don't even look at the name.
No, of course I'm gonna look at the name. It's right up top. It's the thing that shows up. Made a whole separate Twitter for this. Who made a whole separate Twitter for this? How many views are these things getting? Jesus.
Well, I mean, not a lot. I mean, some of them enough.
Okay, so to be clear on what you're doing, so you're aware, CGNN, this thing you've made up, this isn't real. So to be clear on what you're doing, if one of these tweets goes viral and starts getting cited as a news source, you have committed a felony. This is fraud.
Well, okay, well, it's not like what?
No. That is what this is. This is fraud. You are posing as a news network when you are not and spreading misinformation. That is the same thing. That's like election interference. That's the same thing the Russians did on Facebook. People can and have been arrested for this. Just so we're clear on what you're doing.
I have 19 posts right now.
Yes, you have 19 posts right now, which is why I'm telling you this early. Before it gets out of hand and gets you into trouble, this can backfire horribly for you. You cannot pretend to be a news network and then spread information. Because if one of these tweets goes viral and starts getting millions of views and starts getting shared everywhere and starts getting cited and people start believing it's an actual news network that they're reading this from, it will get traced back to you. Yeah. Freedom of speech is not freedom from consequence. You understand that, right?
Yeah. Okay, but then how can I, instead of deleting this whole page...
Okay, you have freedom of speech. You can share your personal opinion as Colton Garcia, the person. You do not have the right to share your opinion as fact under a fake news network. Colton Garcia has freedom of speech. Colton Garcia News Network does not. That's not real. That thing has no rights. That's not a real registered news network. You're a person. You have all the rights of a person. But this isn't a person. This is fake. This is fraud.
Okay, so what do I do with this?
You delete it.
With all the posts?
Yep. You delete the account. You Thanos snapped that thing out of existence. You can share.
11 members on it.
What?
It has 11. I mean, not members. Followers. Like
right. So before it gets out of hand, Thanos snap it out of existence. You can share all these same articles. You are free to write these articles, which you have clearly wrote, and you are free to share them on your Twitter. You cannot make a fake news network to share them on.
How do I make this official then?
You would have to register it. You would have to get an actual business license to run as a business. But once you do that, once you register yourself as a news network and you pay for the necessary paperwork and the permits and all the things that every other news network has to do in order to be official, then you have to answer to the FCC. But you can make a news network. There's no law against that, but there's a process for that. And that process isn't make a Twitter account and hope I go viral. That's not the process. There are rules for this stuff. There's a proper way to do it that will keep you from getting in trouble. And once you've done that, you can even post all of these articles. You can even post misinformation as a news network. You do have to preface that information. You do have to preface that article at the bottom as an opinion piece and not as news. So if the information in it isn't accurate, see, that's what people don't understand when they start screaming misinformation and they're screaming at CNN or they're screaming at the BBC or they're screaming at whoever. Misinformation is okay if it is an opinion. It can't be news. That's the difference. So when CNN does an opinion show and they have a panel of people sharing their opinion, they can say whatever the fuck they want. That's their opinion. When they report breaking news, which is the big banner you have here, well, now that has to be accurate. And if it's not, there are penalties.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of people have forgotten the difference between actual news and opinion pieces. No one reads articles anymore. That's the problem. People read headlines and then get mad when they find out that headline might not have been accurate. When if they would have read the article, it would have been stated in the article that this is the opinion of the writer, not the opinion of CNN. It is not news. This is an opinion piece. And in my opinion, and then he goes on with the article. That's usually how those go. But no one ever reads the fucking articles. No one ever reads the little blurb at the bottom that explains all that. They read the headline, they click the share button, and then they get outraged. That is a habit that has to stop. That is how we got here. That is how Trump got shot at. That is how everybody blows everything way out of proportion. It's why everybody thinks that Joe Biden's got dementia, got shingles, got whatever the fuck he's got when he doesn't have anything. And it's why it's why some idiot grabbed a gun and shot at Trump. Because he probably believed a bunch of fake crap about him. This is on both sides. This is just a bad habit that Americans have.
Is it like a lot of work to get this official and get it?
It's not a lot of work. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. To start a news network that, is recognized as a news network, as an actual media news company, you'd have to get a business license. I'm not sure what the whole process is for news networks. I know that for like a regular business, you'd have to get a business license. You'd have to register an LLC. You would have to go through all that. And then for a news network, you'd have to go through the added step of getting registered with the FCC and get a broadcast license. There's all of that other stuff. It'd be an actual news network.
Okay.
to be an actual news network. Now you could probably rename this, but you couldn't claim it as news, as a news network. You could
But I have it in the bio.
yeah, you couldn't claim it as news. You would have to take the news network part on. You could put you could change it to CG political analyst, or like a
Something like that, yeah.
yeah, something that would indicate that it is an opinion based news show and not actual news. Kind of like what The Onion does, if you're familiar with The Onion. Yeah, which is everything they do is fake, but they don't claim anything is news. It's all clearly satire. Then they don't call themselves the Onion News Network. They just call themselves the Onion. You just need to come up with a better brand, and you can make it look as close to news as you want. You can make it look as official. You just can't call it news. You can't call it a news network, because that's not what it is.
Like a One American News Network? Oh wait, that's a news network.
Yeah, that's a news network. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to actually call it a news network. You could come up with a better name. Like Tucker Carlson never called his show news when he was on Fox. Nothing he did was news. Everything he did, as he would scream multiple times, it was his opinion. Or as he loved to scream, I'm just asking questions. So you could do something like that. You would just have to rename this. You couldn't call it a news network. You'd have to take away the media and news company, because that's you falsely identifying yourself as a media and news company when no such company exists.
Yeah, someone looked this up.
Yeah.
I bet someone looked this up and
yeah, this is all stuff that you would have to, because you are one viral tweet away from being in a lot of trouble.
well, you look at the post and you found it outlet.
Oh, it took
A couple people posted it.
Yeah, you've got a few reposts, but right now it's not enough to get the attention of the people that would actually get you into trouble. But before it gets to that point, you need to make some changes.
Yeah.
Because all it's going to take, one viral tweet. You get one tweet that gets shared by the right person, and that person has millions of followers. So now you've got millions of eyes on your page. And I'm harder to fool than most. I'm the kind of person who double checks everything. I want to make sure I've got all the information possible. But most people don't do that. Most people will see a banner and an icon like yours looks official enough. It's got, it's got itself listed as a media and news company.
So, do you think this setup, a lot of people would be convinced that this is a real news station?
It depends on what you mean by a lot of people. You need to understand, half this country is retarded. Half the people in this country are retarded.
Yeah.
At least half. The majority, like the average person, is pretty dumb. Unfortunately, our education system needs work.
When you look at the article.
Yes.
So I made a whole website about it too.
Yeah.
About the whole news. Yeah.
Yes, but I'm someone who spends way too much time online, so I'm used to seeing this stuff. I went to your website, the article you linked that you wrote, and I immediately saw that you wrote it. I immediately saw that you made it for free using Wix. You didn't even bother to pay for the package that would take away the watermark.
Yeah.
So all of that was still super obvious to me. But my dad would look at that and probably think it looked legit. That your average person doesn't know what Wix is, doesn't know what Squarespace is. Your average person, especially your average Trump voter, who's probably leans a little older, most of them think that websites are really hard to make. because websites used to be really hard to make. Used to have a program. I used to make websites for a living back in college. But that was 20 years ago. Well, 25 years ago now. So
now they're easy to make.
Yeah, now you can just click a few buttons. But a lot of those old people who've never made a website, like my dad, look at websites, they look complicated, they look hard. He doesn't understand them. So he thinks that they're still really hard to make. And if someone has a website that looks professional enough, well, then it must be professional. He has no reason to doubt it. He doesn't know what Wix is. He doesn't know you can just...
delete my website?
He might would. He might would. Wix puts that banner at the top, though. So it depends. I don't know if my dad knows what Wix is or not. I'll have to... Hold on. Let me go back to your article.
Well,
so at the top, so Wix does put theirs at the top. I think Squarespace puts theirs at the bottom. But Wix puts it at the top. This website was designed with Wix.com website builder. Create your own website today. Start now. Yeah, so they make it very clear that a website builder was used to make this up at the top. Now, whether or not my dad would see that, or whether he would just focus in on the article, start reading, and click off of it before he noticed that little banner at the top, it's hard to say. Hard to say. A lot of people probably wouldn't. Hey, what does this do? Does this work? Let me see.
What? The what? What works?
That.
I can't see what you're saying. I mean, what you're...
Oh, you can't? Because it's on your website.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, are you texting on my website?
What are
you doing?
Why do you have a live help chat box at the bottom of your website? It's a news article.
Oh. Well, so people can... I didn't...
This is a bad idea.
I don't know. I decided to add it because I feel like some people have some answers, so I can just, answer them live right here.
No. You have a Twitter for that.
Well,
as a piece of advice, son, you are entering the arena of politics. This is one of the most toxic spaces on the fucking internet. It's fine for you to get comments and for you to get feedback from the people that read your articles. But never, ever, ever, ever give them a way to do that privately. They have something to say. They'll have to say it as a Twitter comment where everyone else can see it. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of crazy shit. Probably death threat. Let's be honest. It's probably going to be death threat. Yeah. Don't engage with that. Don't even open that door. You can respond to all the Twitter comments and get that engagement. You can respond to all the Rumble and YouTube comments. Hell, you can even make a comment section on the article itself. But anything someone ever has to say about something you wrote should be said publicly, because your article is public.
Yeah, you can make a comment on the
Yeah, but you need to get rid of the live chat box. You don't want a bunch of crazy people or a bunch of outraged and angry people who read your article or whatever having a direct line of contact with you personally.
Yeah.
This should be a public discussion, not an interview.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, it's your, it's
well, I mean,
it's your website, it's your business. You do it the way you want. But I know I would. No.
Yeah, I would look at one of these. Maybe this. I would look at the articles though, because some of them are, like this. If you go a little bit down with Elon Musk's face on it, I feel like you would like that one. It has 5 comments on it. Y'all, you would like it.
What are the comments?
I don't know. You just have to look at it.
Wait, are you talking about on the Twitter? On that Twitter?
Yeah, on the news media. If you go down, it has Elon Musk's face on it.
Hold on, I gotta reload it.
Full likes.
All right. Have a look. On Musk's face.
Yeah.
It's got 5 comments. What do we got? some of these replies, including those that may contain offensive content. Would you like to show these comments? Well, all of them are marked as offensive. Okay. Show the comments. Yeah, it's not loading any comments for me.
I know that's what it did it to me. That's why I'm like, okay, well, you look.
Yeah, that means Twitter removed them.
Oh.
They got filtered out. I don't know what they said, but it must have been pretty bad for Twitter to remove them. Twitter usually doesn't.
I wouldn't look at the post.
Twitter doesn't usually remove comments unless they're like really bad. I mean, Twitter allows porn. Like you can do almost anything on Twitter. So for your, usually they'll put that warning that, hey, these tweets may be offensive. Would you like to see them? To give you a warning that you're probably about to read some shit that's going to piss you off or offend you. But they'll still leave them up and let you read them. If they were there and got deleted, either Twitter removed them or they got flagged and the people that posted them went back and deleted them. Maybe they got flagged and Twitter sent them a warning. I don't know. Something along those lines probably happened.
I would read the article to, find out why. It takes 2 minutes to read. That's what it says.
Okay. Is this a Colton Garcia exclusive? Is this one you wrote yourself?
Yes.
All right, Colton. I'm gonna humor you today.
Hey,
I'm gonna read.
I'm good at writing though.
I'm gonna read your article. Read your article.
I mean, you don't have to read it all. You can summarize it.
All right. Well, I haven't read it myself, so it's hard to summarize something. I read it myself. Oh, look! It sent me a thing back. Hello there. Please leave your details so we can contact you, even if you are no longer on the site and you're asking for people's name and email. So you have an automated bot on your website that's asking for people's personal information. Yeah, you need to get rid of that. That is a huge red flag.
I'll go on later and get rid of it.
All right.
Okay.
Musk donates to Trump. Before I go any further, let's just take those first 4 words. Highlight back here. I'm gonna put it up on screen so you can. What I'm doing.
On Rumble, is it on your camera on Discord? Or is it on your thing?
Oh, I'm putting it up on my stream.
Okay, so it can be on.
Everybody can see what I'm reading here.
Well, you have 5 people on Rumble, so they are gonna see it.
All right, here we go. Colton Garcia. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the first 4 words, your article. We're gonna highlight those. We're gonna right click and we're gonna go to search the web and see if anybody else is talking about this.
Yeah, I mean that's how I get my info. But yeah, well, I got it from X. So.
All right, let's see. Forbes I've heard of. Elon Musk reportedly donates to pro-Trump group. So he didn't donate directly to Trump. He donated to a group that may be pro-Trump and billionaires.
Well, yeah.
Political move yet.
I sort of.
Let's see. Well, your exact words are Musk donates to Trump. Oh, that makes it sound like it's direct. Let's see. Key facts. This is where I go to Forbes. They summarize the whole thing. So I don't have to go fucking thing. Musk donated to a Trump-supporting super political action committee known as America PAC. Bloomberg reported, citing unnamed people familiar with the matter who said a considerable amount of money was given. The exact figure of the donation is unknown. But Musk, the richest person in the world, is he? I thought Jeff Bezos was. Oh no, wait.
What?
Well, no, wait. Jeff Bezos got divorced, so his wife took half his shit.
Yeah,
he was the richest person in the world. Why?
So now Elon Musk is, yeah.
This is why you get a prenup, gentlemen. Prenup. Importance of prenup. Capable of donating a fairly large figure. Fairly low profile America PAC. What's this link to America? Oh, this is from New York Times.
So that's not even my own words.
Well, we're going down this is called a rabbit hole.
Oh.
I'm blocking shit on this page. Please don't delete the whole page. It did. That's right. New York Times blocks on it. Fuck that. I'm not paying. Okay. Let's just Google them. Great America PAC. Political Action Committee. PAC. Bunch of YouTube videos. This gives me no information what this even is. Okay, I'm not reading all that. Okay. Alright, the fairly low-profile America PAC was founded earlier this year and has spent money on GOP-aligned canvassing firms, the New York Times reported last month. Trump's campaign raised nearly $112 million in June, while President Joe Biden's campaign, which has mostly held on to a cash advantage in the lead-up to the election, raised $107 million. Figures that don't include sizable donations to super PACs like America PAC that aren't subject to contribution. Super PAC will report its donors on Monday. Okay, so this is a wait till. So we don't. Yeah, none of this is confirmed. This is just from an unknown source. Basically, you'll know tomorrow. America PAC and Musk did not immediately respond, so they haven't. Like Musk hasn't even responded yet, which means this may or may not even be true. The PAC does have to, as a super PAC like that, they have to report their donors for obvious reasons. So on Monday, they're going to report who their donors are, and then you'll know for certain whether or not Musk donated to him or not. Which, I mean, it's fine if he did. You know, so he's free to donate to whoever he wants to donate to.
You're reading a different article, not mine, though. Or did you like copy and paste mine?
I copy and paste the first 4 words of yours to dig a little deeper into what I'm about to read for context. Now I'm reading yours.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was confused for a second. Okay,
that's how I read articles. I get the background information first to find out exactly what's going on, and then I read. Especially when I read an article like yours that's not from a, from a reputable source. You're not a news network. I know I'm about to read an opinion piece, so then I get the information, what actually happened. Okay, now let me read the opinion. And it's fine to have an opinion on what happened, but the problem with a lot of opinion pieces, like yours, is they don't accurately say what happened. They missummarize it to make it sound like something happened that didn't. Your first 4 words are Musk donates to Trump. A, we don't even know if that happened. And B, if he did donate any money at all, it wasn't to Trump. It was to a Republican-backed PAC or a Republican-leaning PAC. But that doesn't necessarily even mean that that's going to Trump. That's in a super PAC. That could go to any Republican candidate. So that could go to a lot of places. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to Trump, even if he did, if he even donated at all. We don't know yet. Yeah. Billionaire Elon Musk has made headlines with his significant donation to a super political action committee dedicated to electing Donald Trump in the upcoming 2024 presidential election. This move marks a notable intervention by the world's richest person in America political arena, showcasing his intent to leverage. Yeah, so you're kind of you're making a lot of assumptions, but that's what opinion pieces are. They're just people assuming this means this and this thing means this and this thing means this when they don't know. They're saying, I think he did it for this reason.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. Strategic contribution. Musk's contribution is directed towards a low-profile yet influential group known as America PAC. According to sources familiar with this matter, who requested anonymity due to the sensitive nature. Where did you get that? Where did you get that part? Sources familiar with the matter who requested anonymity due to the sensitive nature of the information.
Well, I don't know. How was this stuff I found from X? And I kind of put in my own words.
Forbes, Bloomberg, and the New York Times, all the 3 ones I just clicked on after, copy and pasting your headline into a Google search, all of them simply list that it is an unknown source. Doesn't say anonymous, It doesn't say anything about the sensitive nature of the information. It doesn't say that this person requested to be anonymous. It just means that they got it, and they don't know that they got this information, and they don't know where it came from. Usually what that means is that the information came, somebody mailed them a letter with no return address, no way to track where it came from. It's basically unverified. And saying unknown source is a nicer way of saying unverified. But you're kind of making the assumption that you know who it was and why they requested to be kept anonymous. And when that's, you're kind of preloading a lot into that statement. But that's what opinion pieces do. They paint a certain picture to make things sound as if they know what's going on when they may not, or to make things sound worse than they are, or to make it seem as if more is going on than we actually know about. So you're kind of filling in a lot of the blanks yourself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blanks. And the bad part about this, like it's usually fine to do that in some cases, but in a case like this one, the articles you probably should have read, just like I did. It took me 2 seconds to Google that and find these articles. All of the articles I just read said that the Super PAC will be revealing its donor list tomorrow. So you making all these assumptions on something that will be verified the very next day is a bad look. You kind of don't leave yourself any wiggle room to go, well, you know, like there's no benefit of the doubt left for you at that point. Because tomorrow that list is going to be revealed, and either he's going to be on it or he's not. And there's nothing sensitive about the nature of the information, because the information is going to be made public tomorrow anyway. There's absolutely nothing sensitive about it. It's public information. It was just reported over the weekend. They probably got a letter or an email from a temporary email address or something like that sent to them over the weekend. And instead of waiting, now this is on their fault, but instead of Forbes and Bloomberg and New York Times and all these places waiting until Monday to report on it when they could verify the information, they rushed to get that headline out as soon as possible because they wanted the clicks. But they were a little better with their wording than you're being, because they make it very clear that we don't know where this came from. We won't know for certain if any of this is true until Monday. So they give you all that information. They just wanted that headline out there as quickly as possible. And that's unfortunately how our media works now.
Yeah.
But when picking your opinion pieces, if I were you, when picking your opinion pieces, I would pick things to fill in the blanks on, to form an opinion on, and to write an opinion piece like this on. I would pick things that probably won't ever be proven or disproven. Like, this is obviously going to be proven or disproven tomorrow. Like, that's a done deal.
So my article will be fake tomorrow, or
no, it won't be fake. It'll just be wrong.
Yeah.
It'll just make you look like you didn't do your research, which, in all fairness, you didn't. Like, if you're going to write an opinion piece like this, the idea behind an opinion piece, if I'm going to teach you a little bit of journalism, this is someone who's read a bunch of articles, but, you know, I've wrote video game reviews. The idea behind an opinion piece is that, yes, you're trying to share your opinion. Yes, you want people to lean more toward your side and to understand where you're coming from. And all opinion pieces kind of cherry pick their information. There's nothing wrong with that. You're doing an opinion piece, you're free to cherry pick that information. The important part is in the information you choose to cherry pick. You have to pick information that won't be proven or disproven. Basically, you're kind of operating in the realm of feelings. So you're going to pick information that feels like it means this, or feels like this should be true, even if you have no proof for it. But you also pick that information knowing that no proof is ever going to come out.
Yeah.
So that's how you have to do it. For instance, okay. If I were to write an opinion piece about, here, I'll do one that you might like. If I were to write an opinion piece about Hunter Biden, and I were to say that Hunter Biden didn't just smoke crack, he smoked crack off the cock of an OnlyFans model. That will never be proven or disproven. If he ever did do it, he's not going to admit to it. But it's one of those things that sounds like it might be true. He is a crackhead.
Yeah.
Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. But me doing that makes him sound like a more extreme crackhead than he probably was. He was probably just a rich guy who got his hands on some crack and got a little addicted. He's a rich guy. He doesn't need to suck dick for coke. He's not Tyrone Biggins. He doesn't need to suck dick in an alleyway to get his crack. He's got enough money to just buy crack. But that's a thing crackheads are known to do. Suck dick for crack. So making it sound like maybe he did it for fun and crack was involved, sounds kind of believable, and it makes him sound bad. And it'll never be proven or disproven.
He's already a bad man, so
yeah,
why not make him...
Yeah, it'll never be proven or disproven. He's never going to admit to it if it did happen. And because you can't prove a negative, he can't prove it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. That's kind of where your mind needs to go when writing, opinion pieces like this.
When you're finished, reading this one, give me your opinion on it. Oh wait, I think you already is.
Yeah. I kind of skimmed through it. I wasn't gonna read the whole thing, but I get the gist of it. I see what you were going for.
Someone, right when you said I should take the texting thing on my site.
What's going on, Brandon?
Texted me.
Someone texted you. What'd they say?
On it. Hi. That's it.
Yeah. You wanna go into your Wix dashboard and just remove that.
Yeah, and I really need to pay for premium so I can take this thing off at the top.
The idea behind having that little box at the bottom that says live chat, that's for like services being offered. That's for like tech support. Because you don't want, I use those all the time. Those are, for instance, I hate calling, I've had a few outages here because we've had some bad storms. I hate calling the cable company because you're going to be on hold forever. You're going to talk to somebody in India. You're going to get bounced around before you get to someone who knows what they're talking about. But I can go to their app on my phone and hit the live chat button and probably get an American who's working from home. And I get him instantly. There's no wait. They have a ton of people like that. When you call them, you're calling into a call center. But when you go to the text chat thing, I used to do that job. That's a work from home job. Those are just normal people like me with an IT degree who are sitting at home answering these tech support chat messages. Because they don't have to put me in an office. I don't have to answer a phone. And if I get something that's, more than I can handle or in over my head, or they start asking about billing questions or stuff I can't answer, then I can just toss them onto the phone line and let them talk to somebody. Yeah. That's typically what people expect those chat boxes to be for. Those are for help. Like, I'm having a technical problem kind of help. They're not for, I just want to talk about Trump. With a guy who also wants to talk about Trump. Yeah, that's...
Okay, you might have a lot of concerns about this article. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know. You might not like this article. Just gonna let you know.
I probably won't like a lot of your articles if I'm being honest. But, you know what?
So it's under the money article.
But you do get the advantage of, you do get the benefit of the doubt of being young and completely new to this. You're entering a world I don't personally think you're ready for yet. But hey, this is how you learn. So
Yeah. And
So, you can throw. I'll probably end up making a politics section in my Discord. I don't have one of those yet, so that people can just argue it
me
out.
too. Yeah. And it's like just post these articles and people can
Yep,
give
and
me.
then you can argue it out with people in my Discord. In fact, let's go ahead and before you post any more,
Okay.
let's do
How many people do you have in your Discord?
total.
Yeah.
Do I even look
I
at
was
that?
going to look. I just don't know how to look.
How do I even look at that?
I'm on my PC,
All
so I
right,
don't
I
know.
guess I'll just have to do some math. Let's see, we got 10 donators online right now, 25 online, so that's 35 plus how many are offline? 195. So yeah, over 200 people.
Oh wow.
All right,
Oh, it shows me right here, but it doesn't show me the.
all right, so let's create a text channel. All right, I'm just gonna make one right now for you to start posting. Text channel name. Politics.
Why do you have an AFK voice thing?
That's a Discord default thing. If someone's in voice chat but they've left their mic muted and they haven't said anything in like 10 15 minutes, then Discord assumes that they're no longer there and it automatically moves in AFK. Just keeps people from wasting bandwidth and Alright, so we're gonna make a politics section here. You know what?
And I'm gonna post one more article.
I was gonna try to come up with a clever name for it, but we'll just call it politics.
Make me the founder of it.
I'm gonna have to separate my stuff into categories. Got a long list of nonsense here. I haven't really done a whole lot of work on
I
my.
just realized that you need.
All right, so there you go. It's down at the bottom under game and news.
I just posted a new article in there. And then I just noticed you have a lot. Looking for clues. Yeah, you have a lot. Gaming news. Let's see. Oh.
All right, let's see. Washington House Committee on Oversight and Accountability Chairman James Comer is urging several federal agencies to adhere to the limits of their regulatory authority following the Supreme Court's landmark decision in Looper Bright Enterprises v. Romendo. Why is there an asterisk? Why are there asterisks? A quote.
Because I don't know. I couldn't find it on my keyboard, so I just put that. It's right though.
All right, I'm unfamiliar with this. Google it.
Yeah, see.
So I'm gonna Google it real quick because you said it's a landmark decision. So the problem is you say the Supreme Court's landmark decision and you cite the case, but then you don't say what the decision is. So I don't know what the decision is that they're referencing. All right, here we go. Straight from the Supreme Court. Oh, wow, I found the court documents in my first click. This is 114 page PDF, October term 2023. Let's just look at the syllabus. The court granted case limited to the question of whether Chevron. Oh, it's the Chevron thing. So, can't believe you did the. Can't believe that this is the Chevron thing. Hold on.
So is my article accurate? This was 4 days ago. I posted this article.
I just read the part that's in Discord. I haven't clicked on the article yet, but I'm going to lean toward no. Here's a breakdown of it. Hold on.
Yeah, I forgot they put like a small part. Yeah, so yeah, because if you look at the article, like if you press on it, it's a lot. It says it takes 2 minutes to read on my website. Well, like for you, it might take 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute, because for some reason you just have these experience reading articles. So,
Chevron. Chevron thing? EPRON. I just watched a video. Oh, there we go. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and share this, the Discord for you to watch in your time.
okay.
Yep.
Oh, it does. Okay.
So that's about, it's an entire segment of his show. It's 30 minutes long about this, but the Chevron case I know specifically has to do with Supreme Court gifts. So I'm not sure what the regulatory commission would have to do with that.
So what? I mean, I
can't remember exactly how they worded their decision, but
oh, but 6 people viewed this. Only 6 people, though.
emphasized the significance of the Looper-Bright decision, which prohibits courts from deferring to agency interruption statutes that they enforce. Highlighted Biden's administration agent authority to imply major rules, particularly those related to climate, energy, and I don't think that's what the Chevron case had to do with, though.
You reading my article or just someone
Yes, I
else's?
was reading yours right there. Let's
Okay.
go down to. Okay, go down to the ruling. I'm looking at the actual court documents.
Okay. Oh, no, I was gonna look at your kick, so it's no delay, so I can see what you're doing in real time, so no delay. But I can't.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not showing it on.
Oh, no.
All right, so this is from the official court decision. At its core, Chevron is about respecting that allocation of responsibility, primary authority over regulatory matters to agencies, not courts. Today, the majority does not respect that judgment. It gives courts the power to make all manner of scientific and technical judgments. It gives courts the power to make all manner of policy calls, including about how to weigh competing goods and values. See Chevron itself. It puts courts at the apex of the administrative process as to every conceivable subject because there are always gaps and ambiguities. Sorry, they keep splitting their words in half with the way that they've written this. I don't know why they can't use proper paragraph formatting, but
Yeah.
fucking court system. Okay. Ambiguities in regulatory statutes and often of great import. What actions can be taken to address climate change or other environmental challenges? What will the nation's healthcare system look like in the coming decades, or the financial or transportation systems? What rules are going to constrain the development of AI in every sphere of current or future federal regulation? Expect courts from now on to play a commanding role. It is not a role Congress has given to them in the APA or any other statute. It is a role this court has now claimed for itself, as well as other judges. And that claim requires disrespecting to the court's precedent. There are no special reasons of the kind usually invoked for overturning precedent to eliminate Chevron deference. And given Chevron's pervasiveness, the decision to do so is likely to produce large-scale disruption. All that backs today's decision is the majority's belief that Chevron was wrong, that it gave agencies too much power and courts not enough. But shifting views about the worth of... All right, so, yeah, goes on and on like that, but 114 pages. But that's from the actual court documents. Basically, and John Oliver does a way more entertaining job of breaking that down than I do. Basically, what it boiled down to is they wanted to give a little more power to the courts themselves over big companies like Chevron to prevent big companies like that from basically buying judges, is what they were referencing when they were like, that's a power those judges have taken for themselves. They didn't call any judge out by name, but we all know which one they were talking about. The one that goes on yachts, the one that's obsessed with being a millionaire, the one that changes his opinion every time he gets a new rich friend to hang out with. Yeah, that's what they're trying to stop, is these gifts, because the rules for gifts are pretty fucking lenient when it comes to Supreme Court judges, and big companies like Chevron buy judges with gifts. So they're trying to put a bigger limit on the gifts. That's what it was really about. That's what the whole thing boiled down to. The regulations and stuff they were referring to, yeah, there's like, in the future, the courts would have the power to regulate these companies, but the main reason for their judgment today was about making it so that there's limits on the gifts that they can have, and give a little more power back to the courts and take some of that power away from big corporations. That's mostly what the Chevron deference was, from my understanding. And
so my article is accurate.
Not necessarily. It's not exactly wrong, but I mean, your article is just citing like somebody else's opinion. You're citing that other politician's opinion because he doesn't agree with it. He doesn't agree with it, by the way, probably because his name sounds familiar. I think he's even mentioned in the John Oliver video. I think he's also someone who's gotten gifts from Chevron before too. So,
oh
yeah. So everyone, like every politician opposed to it, are politicians who have taken gifts from big companies like Chevron, and they don't want those to go away. They're basically being paid to oppose it, more or less. Not paid directly, because that would be a bribe. But gifts aren't bribes. They're gifts, and that's the problem.
yeah.
You know, when they're taking these politicians out on their yachts, they're giving them big fucking, extravagant vacations and large donations. Yeah. They're basically buying the politics. God, that's a big creepy cat.
Yeah, I know. I when you said that, I had to look and see what you were talking about. That big cat.
I got a ton of shit I need to sell.
So, what do you think I should name my news media? Because I can't do.
Oh, some of these have enhanced. Okay.
Can I have?
Thank you, Brandon.
Media
by the way,
now?
Can you have media?
The media in the name.
I mean, media's fine. Media, like anything, can be media. I mean, what I'm doing right now, the live stream is media.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
That's media doesn't really mean anything. That's fine.
So it can just be my name in media. I can tell them to take off the.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's my bio. Because my bio. Oh, it also says that on the profile, this is a
sell this. I get off. I'm getting ready to get off for the night, but that.